Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to go over the Seek Outside Cimarron tent, just kind of do a review over it. Well, first I'm going to show you just how to set it up. It's pretty easy. Just take it down and then we'll put the center pole up. So I'm going to get that set up real quick and then we'll walk through it. When it comes to the center pole, you know, they sell one, but it's like another $100. I wasn't gonna do that. I've seen people put them up with trekking poles where you pull the bottom out of one, and that does work great. We did do that out in Colorado a couple times. But the way I do it, so I have tents, just normal tents. So I just take the poles from a normal tent and get one of them out. Mine, the ones I got, you just fold it in half. Fold it in half and just make them even. It works perfect to set it up and it holds it pretty good. So that's what I chose to do just because I had this and it was lightweight and free. Alright guys, let's see, it's not hard to set up. Just pull tight. I'll show you the inside here. And here's the tent poles. You just set them up, fold them in half, and mine worked pretty well on the height. Now, they will tell you that this is a 4-man tipi or a 2-man with a stove. And that is actually pretty correct. Yeah, you could put 4 people in this tent with no stove very easily. Now with the stove in, if you leave all your gear out and you sleep in a triangle, you could probably fit 3 people with a stove. In Colorado, it was me and Jackson, so it was 2 guys with some of our gear in here, and we had plenty of room. We had room for the firewood off the back. I mean, just plenty of room, definitely not cramped for 2 people with a stove. The material here is just super lightweight. It's actually pretty durable. All in all, I think this tent don't weigh nothing hardly. So great option for backpack hunters. It's got the 2 doors, so you have it easy in and out. You know, and it does have an option for the stove. It's a hot tent, which is super nice. Just comes in here, and you can close that off if you don't want to. So this is being a floorless tent. It does save a lot of weight losing all that material, and being able to have a stove. I wouldn't want the stove on any material because there was some little bitty burn holes in here. Nothing I would really worry about, just from little sparks coming down. But you can also buy a floor to put in this. We use tarps. Our sleeping pads wouldn't get busted on a rock or something. That was the only reason we did it. If you had some good dirt, you know, soft, you could run with no tarp. I wouldn't worry about it, just straight on the ground. We did that when we were at the truck camping, set it up. Some of the downsides. This is not a end-all tent. Just, you know, there is some downsides, and part of it being with a single layer material, and especially if you have the stove in there, it condensates really bad. So bad that if whatever's touching the sides will be pretty wet in the morning. So we had to make sure we were off by a couple inches. That was another thing where the tarps came in. They had these ties here for the door when you open the door to hold them open like this. We run them tarps through the tarps have them loops in there to tie down. I put those through that tarp holes and kind of made a barrier between my sleeping bag and this tent, so it wouldn't condensate on that. So that's another option, a good thing for a tent or for a tarp. And one thing, it's not the end of the world, but as much money as I spent on it, I wish they would have sealed the seams I think you can pay them more money to do it, but they sent me a little deal of silicone basically to paint on all the seams to keep the water out. Hey guys, what's happening? So we're gonna take a quick break. I just wanted to let y'all know, if y'all want to help support this channel, you want to get you the hat I'm wearing in Colorado. We got the hoodies too, and there's some shirts, all kinds of stuff. Go down the link below, check it out, and let's get back to the video. It's definitely a great option for backpack hunters that are going in and want to save weight and size, because this thing packs down super small in my bag. It doesn't take up much room at all. No, the stove takes up a little room, but if it's above 25, I probably wouldn't take the stove in again. But 0 degree bags, you don't need it. But if it was below 25, it would be nice to have the stove. Now the stove out here in Arkansas, I had the large stove for this, which is this is the biggest stove they recommend is for this size is what I bought. Now it lasts here in Arkansas. We have oak. It burns real good. It will last you, maybe 2 hours if you loaded it all the way up. Out there in Colorado, they had, aspens and pines, which if you loaded it all up, it hit about 30 minutes of real warm, hot, run you out, open the doors, type heat. And then after that, it started getting more tolerable, but about an hour, you were feeling the cold air coming that drafts through the tent, which is a downside to the floorless, but you have to have that for, it's all trade-off. So you had the cold air come in, and you had to load about every hour, fill it back up. But most times we'd load it up and we'd fall asleep before it got cold, and then we'd just wake up in the morning, fill it up again. Everything kind of warm up, let your boots and all that stuff warm up before you got out. So that was a benefit to it. The stove's easy to set up, real quick. Doesn't take very long at all. I think to set the whole thing up would be 10 minutes. And that's your stove and the tent, and have it ready for fire. Not much longer than a normal tent. If you don't do the stove, this part takes maybe 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Super quick, goes up easy. Not much to it. All right, guys, well, that's my tent. I hope that video informed you on making a decision. I don't regret buying this. I think it's a great option to have for the colder weathers, and if we backpack in a long ways, I would definitely want to take this tent just for the lightweight part of it. If you got something from this video, hit that like button, and make sure and subscribe so you don't miss out on more deer reviews and going out west hunting. If you like that kind of stuff, make sure and hit that subscribe button and click that bell so you don't miss any videos. Tell a friend about us, and we are out of here.